That's incredible, Kevin. Katrina, thank you for all those lessons learned, Kevin, from your long journey to find yourself in completing your degree. That's incredible. I can't imagine there are a few of us who haven't benefited from the armchair psychology that you afforded so many of us. So that at the same time, I love that notion of an owl out in daylight to help each and every one of us continually maybe reset the way we see and look at things, that in fact, there are opportunities before us should we simply choose to pursue them. And Katrina, I can't think of a better phrase than that, like face everything and rise. That there is probably no greater power that we have in this world than our agency to choose how we will in fact face the challenges that each of us have in our life that have been meted out to us, that we certainly can rely upon one thing, that each of us will have trials and tribulation, and the choice is ours as to what we do with them. So may we all take her message to heart and that we face everything and rise. Thank you so much for those words. Now I'm pleased to introduce our commencement speaker, Leticha Hawkins. Leticha might have one of the coolest jobs ever. Leticha works at the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. That's right, NASA. Born in Philadelphia, her current role has her located in Silicon Valley at the Ames Research Center. In 1988, Leticha earned her Bachelor of Arts in Sociology from the historic Spelman College in Atlanta. And 2 years later, she earned a Master of Arts in Sociology from the University of Delaware. That same year, she was hired by NASA as a presidential management intern. Since that time, Leticha has held various roles at NASA, including Human Resources Generalist, Supervisor, Training Officer, Branch Chief, and Leadership Development Mentor. Currently, she manages various human capital projects that promote safety, work-life balance, diversity, inclusion, and recruiting and retaining NASA talent. Leticha is a life member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority and Jack and Jill of America. She is wife to Martin and mother to Nyambi and Naomi. Please welcome Leticha Hawkins.
Good afternoon. Thank you to the Western Governors University Administration for approving Gonzalo Peña's recommendation to have me speak to you today. Thank you also to Sarah Van Winkle for her support in preparing me for this event. I am honored to be before you on this most auspicious occasion, the confirmation of your undergraduate degrees. I want to also thank the parents, guardians, friends, and others who supported these graduates along their journey. It truly takes a village to get a person through these programs. Graduates, bask in your accomplishment. However long it took you to get here, be in the mindset to enjoy this day. Allow your people to praise you, love you, gift you, feed you, because we all know by the end of the week, you're going to go back to your regular self with your normal activities like cooking your own meals and taking out the trash. Take time to reflect on how you have developed as a person. You can't be the same person you were when you first started your programs. You've accomplished an admirable goal in the face of a global pandemic, social, political, and racial unrest. What have you learned about your social and familial circles? What about your own beliefs? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Did you gain a passion about something? I hope none of these questions surprise you. When you were searching schools to attend and you decided to attend WGU, did you find out and learn what the heart or focus of WGU is? Western Governors University is committed to serving and supporting underserved communities, first-generation college students, rural students, low-income students, and students of color. Will you model that? Will you use what you have learned academically and socially at WGU to continue its humanitarian legacy? I hope so. Because it's going to look kind of bad if you leave here and the only legacy you leave is to become rich and famous. The next phase of your life starts now. There are those who started this journey with you who did not make it, so you know that nothing is guaranteed. You can present in any way you want, so choose to be wise, kind, and discerning. You are college graduates now. That means something. The world will view you differently, as it should. Walk in the light of the knowledge that you are prepared to achieve goals and live the dreams you had about your career and your lifestyles. And do more. Help someone along the way. Now, those of you who already have jobs, congratulations. When I swear employees into the federal service, I would say to them, I don't want to get any feedback that you have not been anything other than an exemplary employee, because my name is on your paperwork. And I meant that. So, for all of you, you were selected because you were qualified and met the needs of the hiring organization. You are worthy, and if this is your first job in your industry, you will learn to be proficient and competent. Let any imposter syndrome you may have go. Get mentorship. Get a sponsor who can vouch for your work and readiness for more challenging assignments. Work with integrity and be a dependable team member, and have fun. But of course, do more. Join advisory groups, be part of the Speakers Bureau, and mentor students. Now, those of you who have decided to go to graduate school, that's wonderful. You will still be tired and maybe broke for a couple of more years, a little while longer, but you have charted your career path and believe that an advanced degree is for you. Use this time to hone your career goals and identify companies that not only will provide you with the work you want, but will also fit into your work-life balance requirements. Find out if they allow remote work. Do they have childcare? Do they have special emphasis groups and other ways that you can be part of the company culture besides just behind a desk? And I would be remiss as a NASA employee if I did not ask you to consider federal service. NASA is a federal agency, and we, for the 10th year in a row, have earned the honor of being one of the best places to work in the federal service. If you are enrolled full-time in an accredited master's degree or higher program, you can apply for the Pathways Internship Program. This is the federal government's formal internship program. Go to usajobs.gov and check out the various positions. Once you have earned your degree, look into the Presidential Management Fellows Program at pmf.gov. This is a 2-year developmental program for those interested in management in the federal service. That's how I began my tenure as a civil servant. So for those of you who are still looking for work, that's okay. Don't be discouraged. Be diligent. Keep searching until you find your fit. It will happen. And while you are at it, check out usajobs.gov for federal positions. Lastly, all of you, for 2 years from this graduation date, can apply for Pathways recent graduate positions. I've created a slide for you. Those recent graduate positions are set aside for early career graduates, newly minted graduates. And here are all the resources you'll need to start your journey as a civil servant or a NASA employee. And as always, do more. Keep busy by volunteering or joining professional associations so that even if you don't have a job yet, you can network with those in your field and keep abreast of what's happening in your industry. Now, what I've outlined for you is nothing more than what I've done for myself. My mother, the late Edna Hill, raised her daughters to be proud of their heritage, strive for excellence, be of service, and to make her proud. While I have held many roles at NASA, I've been at the same agency for 30 years. In this day, that is uncommon, but NASA has met my requirements for longevity. I have had many opportunities for training, development. I can accept assignments that garner greater responsibility and visibility. My now grown children attended daycare at my NASA center. Back in the day, I wore a pager so that I could nurse them when needed. My need to do more has been satisfied through volunteer and social opportunities sponsored by NASA. NASA believes that there is a business case for not only embracing diversity, inclusion, and equity, but we put resources and talents towards meeting strategic recruitment and retention goals. And let us not forget, NASA is on the cutting edge of aeronautics and space development and research. Have you seen the pictures from the James Webb Telescope? If not, I have some to show you. Image 1 is the full-scale James Webb Space Telescope model at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. Image 2 is the James Webb Telescope capturing a dying star's final performance in fine detail. Image 3 is Stephan's Quintet. This is a visual grouping of 5 galaxies and is best known for being prominently featured in the holiday classic film, It's a Wonderful Life. Today, James Webb Space Telescope reveals the quintet in a new light. This enormous mosaic is the Webb's largest image to date, covering about 1/5 of the moon's diameter. Image 4 are mountains and valleys. This landscape of mountains and valleys speckled with glittering stars is actually the edge of a nearby young star-forming region in the Carina Nebula. This is captured in infrared light by NASA's telescope. This image reveals, for the first time, previously invisible areas of star birth. Those are some breathtaking images. NASA did that. And there are so many more spin-offs of NASA technology that have benefited our lives on Earth. NASA's heart is its employees, and it is demonstrated in many ways that the agency supports work-life balance and more for its employees. You, as college graduates of a university whose mission it is to change lives for the better by creating pathways to opportunity, owe it to yourselves to do more and be great. In closing, I applaud your achievements with the simple words of that great adventurer and explorer, Dora. You did it, you did it, you did it. Congratulations, thank you.